Alrighty, folks, it looks like we are live. This is Tanya Smith right here with Get Noticed with Video at getnoticedwithvideo.com, and I am super excited. So, some of you know that Restreamio, actually, I'm going to start with this. Streamyard does a pretty nice job of streaming to multiple destinations. As a matter of fact, that's what I've been using for the past several weeks. It's what I'm using right now. But maybe you didn't know that Restreamio has a new Studio Pro, which does something very similar. They both happen to have a lot of overlap. So the question I'm going to answer for you tonight with a few pieces of advice and some feature demos. The question I'm going to answer for you is, which one should I use? StreamYard or Restreamio Studio Pro? So I'm going to give everybody a couple of seconds to come on. And while I do that, I'll share my short intro video and be right back. Meanwhile, while I'm doing that, the short intro video, I want you to share with me whatever your snack of choice is. This is my snack of choice. I found that during this whole quarantine period, I'm relying on a snack to get me through the day. I probably shouldn't do that, or it should be something healthier like celery, but Swedish fish tails are my thing. So what's yours? Put it in the comments and I'll be right back. Alrighty, folks. Yeah, I just had to share that because I have these things with me everywhere and I've got to get rid of them. But we're not going to talk about snacks all night. You're here to learn a little bit about what the difference is between StreamYard, our all-time favorite for a while now, versus the new Restreamio Studio Pro. Before I get into that, let me just check and see. I've got a couple of folks saying hello. Hey, hey, hey. So if you happen to be in my group, and you haven't given permission to Facebook yet to show your face and your profile, your name, just go to streamyard.com/Facebook and go ahead and give it permission there. Because I see a lot of hellos, but I don't know who they are. So popcorn, as always, and pistachios. My guess is that is Michelle. All right. And snack of choice is chocolate ice cream and Hershey's Gold candy bars. Oh my goodness. Y'all are not helping me be any better. Hola. Good to see you, Miss Victoria, the beautiful, the fashionable. All right, folks. So yeah, if you're on my group, if you're inside of my group, my private members only group, my favorite people in the whole wide world right now, make sure you go ahead and just give StreamYard permission to show your name and your face so I know who you are. All right, so there were lots of comments and questions coming in before we even got started with this live stream. When I put the preview out, people were wondering, what the heck do you mean? What are you saying? That StreamYard has a competitor? I can't believe it. Well, I will tell you that they do. Hey, lady. All right, there we go. Yes, Michelle, I see you now. Okay, so here's the deal. This is what's going on. StreamYard has been able, or has given us the ability, I think at least since December, maybe even before that, to basically stream. So your live streams that you do, it delivers those to multiple destinations. But there are some differences between this particular platform and what you're going to see when it comes to Restreamio. The destinations have a limit inside of StreamYard. And I'm going to walk you through some of the differences in just a few minutes. Hi, Emily. So that you can make a decision for yourself as to whether or not you prefer one over the other. I'm going to give you my personal thoughts, and I have taken a really hard look at both of the platforms. The most important reason why I looked really hard at the platforms is because if you're like me, you got on at the very beginning, you were an early adopter of Restreamio when they had a special at AppSumo. And the cool thing about that is that they're one of the app providers or content creators that honored being able to add anything that they add, pretty much I get. So I had instant access when Studio Pro came about, when it was released last week. So I got a chance to really take a look at it, and I was like, wow, I've already paid my lifetime deal and it's free. Do I need to use that, or should I go ahead and keep paying Streamyard? Because I did not early adopt on Streamyard, but I do love the platform. So I'm going to share some differences. And let's do this. I'm going to actually show some, I'm going to show my shared screen, and then I'm going to show you a little comparison chart that I made, and we'll walk through that. Because there's a couple of different things. In fact, what I'll do first is let me show my little comparison screen, and then I'm gonna take you through all of these and then actually show you what these differences are. So let me blow this up so you can really see it. And we'll talk a little bit about each of these features. And then I'll demo. I have some screenshots because I didn't want to mess up our video time. Yes. Oh, Stacy, you found that out last week and tried to stream to multiples and couldn't. Okay, awesome. Let's take a look at this. So Restreamio Studio Pro, and I keep saying Restreamio, but the actual URL is restream.io. So that's where you go if you're looking for more information on this. So Restreamio Studio Pro gives you a lot more destinations. So that's the first thing. The difference between that and Streamyard is that the maximum that you can actually stream to if you're in Streamyard is up to 5 at a time. And that's if you do their premium highest level package at the moment. So if you get their basic level, then it's going to give you 2 locations that you get to stream to in Streamyard. But the maximum you can go to is 5. So when you see my little note here that says 30 at the top, that's a whole lot of places, and there are 30 global platforms. So it's Twitch, it's Twitter, it's all kinds of different links that I've never even heard of, and I'm not sure that I need them all. But they also even recently allowed you to be able to have that direct link to LinkedIn Live. And some of you will know this because a few of you are my clients, and we've worked on making a decision about your live streaming platform. And previously, Restreamio did not allow you to just go live into LinkedIn. You had to use a third-party software. So you had to use something like OBS to allow you to do that. And now you can actually go live directly from inside Restreamio Studio Pro to LinkedIn, as long as you've been approved for the LinkedIn Live beta. So that beta is still up. It's still a wall for those of you who are interested in going live on LinkedIn but have not yet been approved. So you still have to go through that. But once you have that access, then you now are able to use either Restreamio, or you can use Streamyard to go live inside of LinkedIn. So let me show you a couple of other things, and I'm going to just run through these real quick, but we'll come back to this chart because I want to show you the actual screenshot so that you can kind of get a feel for this difference. The second thing that I thought was a pro for Restreamio for the studio is that it does allow you to have banners, overlays, captions, and chat comments to display. So let me show you what I mean by that. Let's see if I can actually pull it up a little bit easier. We'll exit out of there. I'm going to show you if I can move my little bottle out of the way. All right, so here we go. If you can see that, yeah, I just kind of took a quick snapshot. We won't dwell on that snapshot. But what I want you to look at is over here off to the side. So notice that there are a couple of different, right over here, there are a couple of different ways that you can leverage logos, overlays, backgrounds. So very similar. If you're familiar with Streamyard, which I'll show you in a second, the comparison, if you're familiar with Streamyard, then you know you also have the capability of uploading this type of media. So you can upload your logo and have that at the upper corner. You can have an overlay. You don't see my overlay because I don't have it turned on in this case. And you can even use different backgrounds. So the background that you can see, for instance, on my Streamyard right now, I've uploaded in here. You'll see it right there. And then they give you, of course, a bunch of Restreamio branded assets. So you can, of course, start by using theirs to test things out. What I don't necessarily think I like, though, is notice how this Tanya Smith online content strategist, see that lower third is what we call them? I don't necessarily like the blocky look of this, nor are you able to rebrand this box over here. So this is actually considered a caption, I believe. It's a caption, and when I added the caption, I couldn't change this blue to my beloved raspberry pink. There is no way to do that right now. Now, mind you, I did send a note and I asked the Restreamio folks today, I sent them a note and said, are we going to have the option to be able to change our graphics to be more branded? Is this something that's going to be coming? And I got just kind of a cryptic answer. So I'm not really sure what the answer is going to be. And ultimately, when I didn't get a response back, I was like, oh, okay, well, how about this? I'm going to let my audience know right now that they're not capable of doing it. But if that changes, let me know. So at this point in time, as I reviewed Restreamio Studio Pro, I did not see the ability to be able to really, truly brand everything the way that I wanted to. And I'm going to see if I can kind of show you over here. So this is what my Streamyard looks like. Let me blow that up a little bit. So the back end of my Streamyard before I actually put my face on is this. So it's well branded. So everything in terms of my assets for branding, I can include and upload. And another benefit in Streamyard is that I can also upload the handy little intro video that you just saw me do. So I love having my intro video, and sometimes I'll use a countdown timer to give people time to come on too, because it gives you a little bit more of a professional quality feel to your live video, right? Like it's being produced. And I don't see that that's a feature that's available yet inside of Restreamio. It does not give you that ability to be able to upload the video, the intro video. All it allows you to do is to upload a background, an overlay, but it has to be image-based, and your logo. So I do honestly think in terms of hands down winner when it comes to the branding and the graphics that you're able to use, Streamyard, in my opinion, still rocks. Okay, let me show you something else I think too, and I'll show you right here. So this is, again, Streamyard, where instead of the blocky little blue and white captions, you can actually see a full-blown, beautiful, branded lower third. And the comments are showing up in beautiful, look, with curves and rounded spaces, and then a lovely picture of Nicolette and her husband right there. Hey, girl. But if I go back over here to Restreamio, notice that it's, again, kind of this blocky, this is the chat. So this is me showing somebody's comment, and it's just this block comment. So I just feel like there's still, it really very much in the early stages when it comes to putting this together. And maybe this doesn't matter to you. It may not matter to some people. So you really have to think about in terms of your own brand and how you want to present yourself with streaming. Is that a deal breaker or not? For me, it's important that all of my content really looks clean, professional, that it's well branded, that it's the right colors, all of those different things. So this is the way that Restreamio looks, and you do have some options, but you certainly will not see that you have the option, at least not yet. I didn't see it, of being able to brand your chat or the captions that you add at the bottom. So until they get that part done, like I don't like that blocky thing right there. Even when I didn't add the second line, so it removed the blue, it still was just this white and black, which was really plain. I think I'd almost be better if it was black with white letters than the way that it is right now, but it's really branded to them, to their colors, because I kind of showed you that. If you notice their little background right here, they even have an overlay that has their colors as well. So yeah, Nicolette said, hey, I feel like I need a whole new desktop laptop. No, you do not. You don't need that. All you need is the ability to be able to put yourself in a situation where you feel comfortable, confident, and organized about these apps that you're using. Because honestly, and let me take this off for a second, honestly, as long as you are using something that is easy, that does not distract you from your messaging, that you can set up like once and just be ready to go the next couple of times, that's really what I would encourage you to do, especially starting out. Because again, part of the messaging that I always share is that it's not your job as service providers. We're not professional videographers, and that's not what I'm trying to turn anybody into, because I'm not. What I want is for us to have ease and simplicity and being able to leverage video marketing for our brand, to build our brand on social media and other platforms. And so you're able to do that. If you invest in one of these two services, you'll be just fine. You don't have to have an outstanding, super expensive laptop or desktop. Now, one thing that I saw mentioned, Stacy, you didn't need a green screen for Restreamio. Great question. So that's another thing. And I should have put that in my little chart, which I'll pull up again in a second here. But green screen, I did not see that capability inside of Restreamio either. So that's another ding in my book, is I like the ability to be able to change my screen to fit what I'm talking about, and to complement my branding again. So it's all in the idea of what is most important to you. To me, the whole appearance, the experience that I'm creating through the appearance and the visuals is really important. And the recognition of having the same consistent colors and fonts throughout my content is important to me. But it may not be as important to you. And if you can survive and live with what you saw with the Restreamio branded assets, then by all means, take a look at it and determine if that's right for you, because I'm going to give you some additional advantages to Restreamio that are not available inside of Streamyard. So let's do that next. What I'll do, let me go back here to our chart, and I need to blow that up again. And we're going to share it as soon as it pops up. It's a little slow right now. Okay, there we go. All right, so here we go. So as I mentioned, some of the pros on the left-hand side for Restreamio are that it does have an abundance of destinations. I don't know if you're going to need them all. I don't know if you want to go to all those places. Frankly, I'm okay with the 5 limit destinations that Streamyard allows, but you may want to look through the different platforms that are available inside of Restreamio. And one other thing I'll mention is that you do have the capability of being able to connect your Restreamio account to Streamyard. But when you do that, if you choose Restreamio as your destination, it will only allow you that single destination to go to and to stream to, because then it's relying on Restreamio to handle everything else. And what it does, in my opinion, is it kind of lessens the impact of your ability to be able to monitor chats and to put the comments up and, all the things we've been doing here. It gives you just another extra thing that you've got to do. And I don't know that I like that idea. So if I'm going to use Streamyard, then I'm pretty much using the destinations other than Restreamio to choose to stream to. The other thing, another pro to Restreamio, is that it includes a scheduler. So there is a way inside of your Studio Pro, if you have this access, there's a way for you to actually pre-schedule videos. So what you do basically is you can upload a video into your Restreamio Studio Pro and tell it, hey, I want this video to go live at 3 o'clock on Friday, right? And then it is portraying itself as though it is a live stream video at that time. You can even repeat it at different times depending on what you're trying to do with that. So if you've created something like a live webinar that's going to go live in certain places on a repetitive schedule, it gives you that ability to be able to stream in that way. So you've pre-recorded a video and you're just setting it up with a timer. We can't do that inside of Streamyard. Streamyard does not have that capability, but Restreamio does. So that's a plus for them. The other thing that I would mention is that Restreamio has an analytics feature. So it gives you the ability to be able to see analytics and metrics after you have gone live. It will tell you, about the traffic. It'll give you information about which platforms, how long were people watching. So all of that is built inside of Restreamio. None of that is available, at least at this time, inside of Streamyard. So another advantage. And then finally, there's something called social alerts. And let me kind of show you that page and what that looks like, if I can get to it quickly here. Social alerts, if you go to social alerts inside of Restreamio, here's what it looks like. So there is a way that you can connect to your Twitter account, you can connect to something called Discord, and you can connect to Facebook, and you can give it a standard message that when you go live, it's automatically going to send this message out to these platforms. So it'll send it out to Twitter and to Facebook. Now that's convenient, but honestly, it's not a necessity, because if you have any type of social media scheduler, you can pretty much go ahead and schedule your system, your social media system, Hootsuite, Buffer, whatever you're using. You can just set that up to where it sends out that notification, especially if you're going to go live every week like I do. So I can just set that up there, but it's a nice little touch. I mean, the minute you go live, it's going to send out a social alert for you. So that's good. It's not bad. Okay, let's see what else. It's easy to use. That was also what I wanted to say about Restreamio, is that for purposes of you being new, most of you who I work with are new to doing live videos. I would say that either one of these systems will be excellent for you to get started, because they're super easy to get started. And when you're ready to click on, just trying to see if I can find it for you. When you're ready to click go, what you're going to do basically is you're going to put your title in here, make sure you update your title. You're going to select whatever destinations you want it to go to. So all of these I have already connected and uploaded. And then you're basically going to click this button that says go live, and you're on. Like the minute you click go live, there's a little bit of a tiny lag, just like there is with Streamyard, but you'll kind of want to test that out with your own internet connection to find out how bad or how, it may be minimal disruption at all in terms of the lag time. So you just will really, if you're in Restreamio Live Studio Pro, what you're going to do is go through each of these different settings and just get familiar with them. The main thing you're going to want to do is to include your title here, update it so that it tells every destination you're going to that that's the title of your video, and then click go live. It's that simple. When you are in Streamyard, however, you'll see that all your different destinations are up here at the upper right top. Okay. The other thing that I think that's really, really cool about Streamyard is when you set up your stream, when you get ready to go live, or not even when you get ready to go live, when you pre-schedule, because you can't pre-schedule inside of Restreamio. When you pre-schedule, when you set this up and say, hey, I'm going to go live Thursday at 5:30 p.m., what happens is it gives me the ability to be able to upload a thumbnail, right? So that thumbnail becomes the image, the cover image for the post that's in Facebook. It also becomes the image for the post that goes to Twitter. So I love that that is something that is built into StreamYard, the ability to pre-schedule your live events. Now, this is different from what I was saying earlier, where I said you can schedule a pre-recorded video that can go live on a different date. No, what I'm talking about in StreamYard that you have the capability of doing is you can pre-schedule when you're going to go live, like really live, like your face on camera live. And so I love that, because when I go into my broadcast room inside of StreamYard, right up here where it says schedule today at 5:30, it gives me a countdown timer. It tells me how many minutes I have left. I can go in here and start adding different banners. I can change things up. I can start responding to various comments that have already come in. There's a benefit to that because you're already automatically getting engagement for your video before you ever went live. So I really do think, in my mind, that is a plus that I won't see and won't get in Restreamio. And I'm curious as to what you all think on that too. So yeah, to Stacy's point, no green screen. You lose the ability to be able to do this whole pre-scheduling of the live. and adding your own thumbnail and having that ready to go. There's just certain things that will be missing. Again, the branded assets won't be available if you go to Restreamio right now. Maybe they'll add that later, but they don't have it right now. And let me go back so I don't miss anything for you on this Let's Compare thing. The other thing, what did I want to mention here? No media. Oh, the title thing. Let me go to that. Okay, so remember I shared with you in here, in Restreamio, where you add the title. This is another thing that I think is a ding, and they probably need to think this through, rethink this. When you set up your live studio for Restreamio, you're only putting a title, and that title is the title for your video. Whereas there is a difference inside of Streamyard, you're literally putting the description. So you have more descriptive words. You can say things like, hey, I'm going to be on at 5:30 p.m., et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And all of that becomes your descriptive words, which help to attract people. Whereas if you're only putting the title, it's kind of like a one-liner and you don't get to add as much information. So I think the placement is kind of important in terms of where you get to add your engaging commentary before the video ever even goes live, right? With Restreamio, I have to go back in after I've published the video and add the full description. With Streamyard, that full description is already in there. So that is a difference too that you want to just really think about. The only other thing, I think there were a couple of other things I wanted to make sure to mention. And then I'm going to give you my thoughts on how you want to choose and select. You can, so highly descriptive titles, let me blow this up again so you can kind of see this. So I know it might be a little teeny tiny. So the pros for Streamyard, it allows banners, overlays, captions, and chat comments on the display, just like Restreamio does. But the added benefit to Streamyard is that you can add video inserts. So the short little intro video or an outro video, you can do that in Streamyard and you cannot in Restreamio Studio Pro, at least not yet. You can fully brand with your own colors in Streamyard. You can use highly descriptive titles and description. You can pre-schedule the live event post with the thumbnail of your choice. And there's another thing in Streamyard that I can do if someone were to send me a private chat. So if I were interviewing someone right now, and that person that I'm interviewing gives me the option, or not gives me the option, but they have a question or there's something that they want to trigger, for me to say or to do, they can put it into private chat and we can have a little private chat that's not showing up on the live stream. And speaking of that interview thing, I didn't yet see an option for me to really be able to invite people to the Restreamio studio to participate in an interview. So I have to kind of take a closer look at that again, but I don't remember seeing that as an option. So that may be another disadvantage. Now, the cons, the differences as far as Streamyard goes. Okay, so this may be important to you. Again, destinations. There's only up to 5 destinations in Streamyard, and that's if you get the maximum, the height, at the pinnacle of their programs or plans. You're not able to schedule pre-recorded videos. So if you have a video, that runs 30 minutes or an hour or whatever, there's no way for you to schedule that in, at least not that I know of. There's no analytics or metrics available inside of Streamyard, and there's no social alerts. But again, social alerts, you can do that with your own scheduling tool, so you don't necessarily need that, although it's a nice to. Let's see what else. Didn't hear, but can you record? So here's the thing. Inside of Streamyard, it's automatically recording, so that's a great question. Inside of Streamyard, you're automatically recording. So at the minute you're done with your Streamyard live stream, you just go in and say, download recording, download audio. You can download the audio separately if you're doing like a podcast. I did not see the capability of you being able to go and pull a recorded video from Restreamio. That's something I'll have to double check, but I don't remember seeing that. So my opinion, my impression is really that it is very early in its stages. of development, Restreamio that is, my impression is that if you are looking for ease of use, you can use either one of them. I also believe that if you are looking to be able to multi-stream to multiple destinations at once, so you live stream into Facebook and then go to other places, either one of them can do that. It's just a matter of what's more important to you. Is it more important to you right now to have multiple destinations, more than 5? Because if so, Restreamio may be in your bag. If you have identified the core places, the core platforms that you want to be in, and it's 5 or less, Streamyard has everything that you need. Now, if you are really, really, really dead set on, hey, I need some metrics beyond other types of tools that I could use to find out metrics as to how long people have watched my videos on every platform, etc., Restreamio has some good options there. It's got a nice little reporting feature and a dashboard for that. Streamyard does not have that. So you're going to have to really kind of think about what's more important to you. For me, even though I currently have Restreamio Studio Pro pretty much free at no charge because I did get that early bird thing, I still will continue to use Streamyard. I still will continue to use the maximum level, the highest level of Streamyard, because I like the ability to be able to broadcast in the 5 destinations of my choice. I love the clean, professional look of it and how it is well branded throughout all of my graphics. I love that I'm able to also be able to get that recording immediately afterwards. And I love the way that your comments look. Like, to me, it just makes it all crisp and clean. As someone said, yeah, Victoria put, oh, wow, so clean and crisp. I know. I just feel like there's more capabilities from a visual to create a visual experience for your live stream in StreamYard for now. Now, I'll keep you updated because I still will go back and kind of check out Restream as they grow and see what's being under development. And I'll look and see if I can find out what's on their roadmap so I can come back and share that with you. But for many of you who were sending me notes like, oh my God, I can't believe you're going to tell me this now when I just upgraded. Your upgrade is fine. You did good. Stay where you are for now, unless you heard something that I shared that just, tickles your fancy. So Anthony said, sorry, I'm a little late, but how many destinations can I stream to with Restreamio? So the answer is a whole lot, a lot. 30 plus global destinations. What you'll want to do is go to their website at Restream.io. And when you do that, you will have the ability, I think, to kind of scan through and see what destinations they have available. I will say this that I didn't say because it may change, but I'm going to say it anyway. One thing that I absolutely, it just kind of makes me a little irritated is when I go to a website and I can't figure out the pricing strategy. StreamYard is very streamlined. You know exactly what's in their package. You know that they have 3 available packages. It's a free one, it's a next level one, and then it's the top level one. You know that. It's easy to pick. With Restreamio, and you're going to want to take a look at this, it looks like they have this personal level of 3 different options, and now they have something called a business plan option. And the personal level one says something about this is only if you're streaming personal content, which, I mean, none of us are doing that. We're all in a business, right? I think for the most part, the folks that are watching have a business. So I tried to look through and understand what's the difference between a professional personal account versus the different business plan accounts that you have, and when do you require that someone move over to the business plan, which was significantly higher per month in cost. So one thing I would suggest to you, if you're considering Restreamio, is that you definitely get super crystal clear on what you're investing in. So if you're going there, go to their support, because I can't answer it for you. Go to their customer support and ask them, these are requirements that I have. This is the criteria I need for my live streaming. Which plan is available to me? and get them to give you an answer so that you can be clear on that before you put money into it. And then you're like, right? Love that. Look, I have to learn that for my next live. And Emily says, I love your branding, Tanya. Fits you so well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's developed over time. But this is, to me, the biggest benefit to Streamyard is that it looks very clean. It gives me that professionalism when I'm putting the live stream on. It doesn't take a lot of effort. When I'm working with clients, this is the go-to platform that I'm sending them to get started, because it's super simple to start. And I think Restreamio has some opportunities. I think they have potential. I'll keep watching it and I'll share with you if I see things that are picking up and changing and that are moving in the right direction, in my opinion. I'll give you my opinion. But if you are truly needing more than 5 destinations, you'll want to take a closer look now, and you'll want to go and talk to them about the pricing structure and make sure that you choose a plan that fits your budget and fits your needs. So that is what I have. I'm looking to see if I have any more comments or questions. If you are watching on YouTube, I'll be checking, because sometimes I don't see the comments come through Streamyard. Sometimes I go back to the video on YouTube and see them there. Same thing with Periscope, Twitch. See, I'm broadcasting to all of those places at once. And I'm doing that right inside of Streamyard. And honestly, I don't know that I need any other destinations. I can't think of any other places where I want to build except for Instagram, which nobody has the ability yet. None of the third-party services allow you to broadcast into Instagram Live yet. When they do, I'm all over it, man. I'm all over it. I have one question maybe you already discussed. Do you need a physical green screen for Streamyard, or can you just load a pic? Okay, this is an excellent question, and it's one that's very common, Emily, so thank you for this one. Yes, if you use Zoom, because a lot of people are using Zoom right now, and there's a lot of reasons why you should and reasons why you shouldn't. If you do green screen in Zoom and you don't click the little box that says, I have a green screen, like a real live green screen, if you don't click that box, it's going to look a little funky. It's going to look like if you're moving your hands and you have a lot of motion going on, it's like you're going to be disappearing in and out in your video. And so you want to kind of watch for that. So the best thing for you to do is, if you're going to use images and backgrounds and you're going to change it up, is to use a real green screen. And yes, if you're doing that in StreamYard, you should have a real green screen. But here's kind of a little hack for you if you don't want to, which right now I would not recommend that you do anyway. They have tripled and quadrupled the pricing on much of the video equipment that's on Amazon that I've recommended. If you go to getnoticedwithvideo.com, and under my training tab, there's a toolbox. In that toolbox page, it's going to recommend all the stuff that I personally use, and it will have links. The green screen that I use is in there, but I would not recommend at this moment that you purchase it. I would wait until some of this stuff dies down and our economy is a little bit back balanced, so that people will bring these prices back down. But your hack would be, you get a green sheet, okay? And it needs to be green screen quality green. If you just just go to Google and research green screen. That color is what you need. But get a sheet. Find a wall in your house. Put that green sheet up. Make sure it's super smooth. I used to do this. Iron that sucker out. Make sure it doesn't have any type of like ebbs and flows. Make sure you have good lighting so it looks really smooth and crisp. And there is your green screen. You don't have to do anything super, you don't have to invest a whole ton of money into this right now, especially starting out. And I probably need to do a class on green screening, because what I don't want you to do is to look like it's a green screen. We need it to look nice. Let's see, do they still sell that color? Yes. Just go look on Amazon, look on Joann Fabrics, any place where you can order online right now, and just type in green screen or green screen sheet. You'll be able to find it. LinkedIn, I'm not sure what you're asking, Michelle, so you'll have to give me more on that question, and I'll probably answer afterwards because I think we're over time. I'm so glad it's helpful. Awesome. Okay, so I hope I answered as many questions as I possibly could. And if you do have additional questions, I'll be checking in the comments to make sure that I work it out. Can I just grab some fancy green fabric? As long as it's a green that is going to be identified by your webcam and the software that you use. So that's why there's a particular type of green. There's also a blue screen that can be used in some cases, depending on the software or your camera, your technology. But if you find a green, if you got green fabric that looks like this and it's super smooth, it doesn't have patterns and texture to it, it's just smooth. That's going to be your best way. Can you stream to LinkedIn? Awesome. Okay. Can you stream to LinkedIn? You can now through Restreamio. You can now through Streamyard if the only way you can do this, Michelle, is if you have been approved by LinkedIn through their beta program. They have not, and I did double check this, they have not released it to the public. It's only available to live stream if you're part of the beta approval group. And it's very difficult to get approved for that. Okay, I appreciate you too, Anthony. Stay safe and healthy. All right, folks. And thanks for sharing your snacks with me. I know some of you shared your snacks with me earlier. I was hoping I wasn't alone in eating bad snacks, and it looks like I'm not. So that's a good thing. I feel a little better now, but I'll get back on the bandwagon soon and start eating some celery or something. I know my friend Shantae, she's probably watching and listening. She eats celery sticks every day. So good for her. I'll figure something out. All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of the weekend. We're going to be making some changes real soon in terms of the live stream schedule that I will communicate. I thought I would be ready tonight to share that, but I'm not quite ready yet because we have some things coming up. We do have a challenge that's going to be coming up very soon. Within the next couple of weeks, we're going to do a 5-day challenge inside of my Facebook group. So definitely join us at getnoticedwithvideo.com/community so that you can actually be part of that challenge. But I'll be sending out information. So if you're on my list, if you're here watching, you'll get details. All right. Have a wonderful weekend. Yes, you too. Have a great evening. And I am super, super excited that I get to see you next week. All right. Take care, y'all.